Alright folks, welcome back to another Palm Massive video, and with the seasonal rerun banner, right, and I guess the rerun of like last year's holiday event, I thought, we'd do this again, right? We'd bring out last year's two holiday units, Holiday Leon and Holiday Nessa, and see how well they've sort of aged, right? Have they, gotten better, gotten worse? Spoiler alert, they've gotten better because, main thing is we do have someone like, Singsuit Hilbert, right, that could give at least ice type rebuff for ice type units, even though ice still does not have zone yet, right? One of the three last types that without a weather train or zone, well, have weather, but like the weather, it doesn't like actually buff, like hail doesn't actually buff them directly. But yeah, still waiting on that ice zone and rock zone and normal zone, unless you don't count normal. But anyways, so yeah, let's try it out. Let's try Leon here first. So we're just gonna go for like a full DPS sort of thing for Leon, because Leon still has a lot of great things for him. First of all, his Glacial Lance DPS, I believe, all things being equal, should still be the strongest damage per turn ice type move in the game, right? And yeah, it still has like what, Cold Snap 1 on top of the other Cold Snap on his passive, right? I think it's a 40-something% chance to freeze the entire opponent's team. And again, just doesn't, maybe freeze 1 or 2. No, every time it freezes everyone on the entire opponent's team, which is, pretty cool. And also, ramming speed on Glacial Lance as well. So, okay, we're going to run it with Fall Caitlyn over here as well with Hilbert. Hilbert also picked up that, like, freeze thing. It's like a 30% chance to freeze or whatever. So we do have some freeze stuff going over here. So, fully free mass mode as usual, right? I think we have, like, no, debuff as the thing we have to sort of give up, right? But that's fine. Okay, let's get the Dire Hit plus in here, and let's get Champion's Gift. There's a Techno Blast. Very cool. I don't know, there's nothing much else for Hilbert too. I guess you just sit there and wait. So I do want to make it so that we don't, like, I don't really want to attack with Leon until we get our sync in first, because that's gonna be like a really cool big number moment. So let's just let's just chill on all the other stuff. We'll have Leon, I guess, just use one of each of its trainer moves. Not that you really need to, but okay, and we'll wait until after sync, right, before we actually attack with Leon here. Because a post-support EX sync, Leon with all these buffs and the rebuff should be pretty good. Alright, so let's see how this is. Let's get the support EX sync in with Mega Sableye. Also get all the other Mega Sableye stuff, which is cool. Okay, Glacial Lance, folks. Big Glacial. Ooh, 15k. That's what, how many, the physical move up next? Because again, like every single time man uses a trainer move while, setting up. Yeah, that's an extra, and again, once he freezes the entire opponent's team, right? Which is just really nice. It's basically the freeze version of Singsuit Leaf's AoE toxic thing, right? Where like Singsuit Leaf AoE toxics. Like what's the term? The pass or whatever tense. Whatever. Like when Singsuit Leaf poisons the opponent, all right? It poisons their entire team. And same thing with Leon's freeze here, right? So that's pretty nice. And yeah, that wasn't even with like a nuke grid on Leon. Leon does have a nuke grid. It's not like great. I don't really like it personally because it does heavily rely on both hail and freeze, which freeze is not very reliable, even though he is the best freezer in the game. It's hail. Freeze is still not super reliable, and the other one needs to bring hail. Which they're just, I mean, there are hail supports, right? And well, non-support hail setters like BP Candace, which is like a striker hail unit. But like the hail units, they're all right. I'd say we did get a decent hail unit this year, right? With Palatine's B, and obviously you have this past Nessa over here as well. But overall, well, I mean, B's not here. Why don't they show the ones with stuff on the grid available as well? But anyways, yeah, I just feel like running something like Fall Caitlyn is probably just better. But yeah, I mean, we were just going for a DPS grid instead of a nuke grid over there, right? Which is fine generally. yeah, the other one this year being Palatine's B. Although I'm not sure if it's really like the best to like, cause you do have what, Heavy Hail 2 and Heavy Hail 5 on the grid, but like your DPS is just like Invigorating Hail 1, and like yeah, it's a 10% increase, but like, are you really just gonna use a slot to run a like Hail unit just for that like 10% increase? I don't really think so, right? I don't really think so. Although, you know, Palatine's B is still a really good support, regardless of if you want Hail or not, right? So I mean, she's still there. She's still got the physical move up next stuff, right? And obviously the attack buffs. So yeah, that is definitely a solid option, right? I just really don't like running him in Hail that much. But like the other thing, right? Like with stuff like Heavy Hail, because you know, Palatine's B is Hail on entry and Hail on sync. So it does kind of have that like Aura Cynthia problem, although it's not as bad because both Palatine's B and Leon could, you know, either flinch or freeze, and that could obviously, you know, save you some turns. Maybe you could sync before the hail is over if you're lucky, right? So I guess there's that, but yeah. And now let's try out Holly and Nessa, and look, Nessa, can she do some DPS? Yeah. Can she nuke a bit? Yeah. But I find, like, you know, after all this time, the most fun and coolest and probably most useful part of Nessa isn't like, oh, to be a heal setter or to do some ice sight 3PS, which again she could all do, but as a tank, a physical tank. Very cool. I ran her once as a physical tank versus, I believe, Tapu Bulu, right? And she worked really well here. Let's try her out against Cobalion this time, which is also mostly physical. I think even more physical than Tapu Bulu, right? So she should be really nice there, because do remember, right, that she takes a 0 damage, basically, when she is in her Ice Face form, which is cool. All right, so yep, 0 damage there, and then you just get hit once, and then like boom, you're back. But that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, we're basically just gonna tank this Stone Edge here, which is you know, that's a pretty relatively hard-hitting move from Cobalion, right? And there we go, boom. All right, and again, it's like a what, 50% chance of MP refresh on the Hail, right? So it's pretty reliable. It's not like you know, 100% reliable, because it's not 100%, 50%. But it's a pretty reliable of getting those MP refreshes back as well, right? So that's really nice as well. So okay, let me get some physical attack here. That's why I didn't like max out his stuff like immediately. Want some extra physical attack, and yep, let's Icicle Crash here. I'm just hoping one of these flinches hit, because we do have like a decent chance of flinching with both of them. Oh, we might be in trouble. Getting hit by Stone Edge though. Okay, I went for the gamble. Looks like, unless this one flinch. Oh, there we go. The gamble worked. Went for a gamble on a flinch there, and it worked. Look at that. Although we probably should have nuzzled there. Oh no. We're not at nuzzle range yet. Okay. All right, that's fine. Zing Zap there. We need to like nuzzle like now though. Got a flinch back in. Icicle Crash there. See how that works. Although it probably doesn't matter, because probably most likely just gonna finish it off, even without like, you know, Sun, right? Okay, so we'll probably have to nuzzle here again. We're gonna get hit by the Cobalion move next, which I think is like a Swift or whatever. So we can't do much about like Swift, because it's oh, or not, I guess. Damn. Okay. Do we not crit or something? Okay. This happens. Oh, the poison though. The poison really sucks. Man, I was really hoping Charizard would have finished that part off, because again, getting hit by a poison just not good. Not very good. Okay. I suppose we could go one turn without, because again, the first move over here is like a Swift, which isn't really a physical move, so we can't really do too much about that. Regardless, unfortunately, so yeah, well, we could like Hail next turn, I guess. Okay, we could Hail here, or sure, fine. Okay, yep. Hail to get the Ice Face back again. Oh, got the MP refresh as usual. Very cool. Again, it's just really, and yeah, we're just gonna completely tank this close combat, and we're also like poisoned, but we're doing pretty well for being a unit. Or they could just get, you know, the whole paralysis from nuzzle. That's fine too. All right, can we get that one in, please? Thanks. Okay, well, we'll just sit there and oh, I want to use a move because I want to take poison damage. But yeah, which is, you know, otherwise. Oh, ooh, I thought I queued up a move there. Guess not though. Okay, let's get the hail back in, and yeah, like on top of just that, right? On top of just tanking hits because of like the hail ice face thing, she could also, you know, icicle crash. Obviously, if we get a few flinches in there, helps with the tanking as well. All right, so she's just an overall really nice tank, which is you know, it's fun, man. It's again, it's a bit RNG, and obviously if you don't have the MP refresh on hail, it's like it's not really realistic. But if you do have the MP refresh on hail, again, it's 50% chance of MP refresh, right? And you know, for 2 MP move to begin with, you have a pretty good chance of getting multiple of those. So yeah, Nessa's, she could hail, she could help, you know, your hail units. She could do DPS, she could nuke a bit, ice nuke at least a bit, but no, tank Nessa. Tank Nessa is where it's at, man. Tank Nessa is definitely where it's at. So anyways, okay, that's me this one, I guess. Hope y'all enjoyed, guys. Think of the comments down below. Like, enjoy the videos from our channel, some more Pokemon Masters content. Again, I feel like these 2 units both aged relatively well. Not like incredibly well, because again, ice types still are pretty behind all the other types, I'd say. And yeah, but for their, you know, specific things that they could do, obviously, again, Leon got better offensively with Ice Rebuff at least, and Nessa herself still has that really cool niche that you could run, which is, again, especially nice in something like a Legendary Gauntlet. If you do have the MP refresh, without the MP refresh, could she take a few hits in, like, you know, mass mode? She could definitely, right? But you know, without the MP refresh, it might be a bit difficult to take, you know, all the hits in mass mode, especially if it's full offensive one. But if you do have the MP refresh, you should be a really good tank in mass mode there as well. So alright, have fun, folks. Again, I wouldn't really recommend going for that banner unless you just have like a lot of like money lying around for no reason. And just because, again, like, the banner's still gonna be up whenever the next month's subs drop, so you don't have to worry too much about it. So alright, have fun, folks, and I'll see you guys in the next one then.